Hey, what's up, everyone? DREAGEN here with
Ashley.
And we're going to be doing another trailer reaction today. The Mummy just dropped. It's the first in Marvel's cinematic universe of their classic monsters. Or Marvel, wow. I'm so used to saying Marvel in cinematic universe. No, Universal. It's not just Marvel anymore, guys.
I know,
but it's the first using their classic monsters, so they're going to be doing the Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman. A lot of
all your favorite monsters.
Yeah, basically. So, which I kind of like too, because of in terms of like cinematic universes. I mean, I guess it's been kind of a superhero thing for now, or they're the kind of the ones, you know, in recent years, but not always, who have done it. So it's kind of cool now that other kinds of genre films can now get into. I know some people roll their eyes when they heard they're going to do them. I'm like, why? I mean, it's okay for superhero movies to do it, but I mean, I'm way more interested in monsters and things like that than I am superheroes. So for me, the Marvel Cinematic Universe could stop tomorrow and I'd be okay with it. I know a lot of you wouldn't be okay with it, and I respect that, but for me, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Iron Man and Captain America, they're just movies to me. But monsters, werewolves, all that kind of stuff, that's more my speed. So I'm happy that now these kinds of movies can get in on that game. So this is supposed to be the first one. Haven't heard much about it other than Tom Cruise. That was the big thing. Tom Cruise and apparently Russell Crowe's in it, so has some serious star power. So let's check out The Mummy 2017. Get it going here.
Here we go. Flying.
Yes. Had a gun on him, jeez. There's Tom.
Tom Cruise doesn't fucking age.
Nope.
Jesus Christ, he's like what, 50, mid-50s?
Yeah, he's up there.
Yikes.
There's your coffee.
I was gonna say, yeah, it is cool. Obviously not your traditional looking.
I recognize that actor. I forget his name. He's been in he was in Law and Order for a while. He's been in a lot of things.
Is that from inside the coffee or sarcophagus?
I don't know.
This is November 4, 09er.
What the hell?
Oh fuck. Those bats are furred. I think they're bats. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yikes. Why you wear your seatbelts?
Yeah. How is he not getting sucked out of there?
I don't know. Guess that's the end of the movie. No.
Wouldn't be the first time they showed the end of a movie.
Die?
I'm not sure. Well, it's supposed to. Obviously, he didn't die. But the question is, why didn't he die?
How? Yeah. How did you not get
To a
fucking
new world
like melted?
of gods
Not melted, but...
and monsters.
Oh.
That's
Whoa.
cool.
Yikes! That is awesome.
saw her. She is
I'm
real.
curious to see what the mummy is in this continuity. Red double-decker
Please
bus.
meet
There's Russell.
Princess Amunet. She
She
will
really does
claim
kind of look like a snake, but she's
what she
not.
has been
She's
denied.
not green.
Well, again, it seems like the mummy is not just a mummy. She's like a supernatural, which makes sense. I was always like, well, the
Yeah.
mummy should have powers.
Well, that's like in the Brendan Fraser one he did. He was all like,
Yeah, but the Brendan Fraser one was basically like a video. That's the thing. It wasn't scary. That was interesting, though. I mean, I know I kept seeing that shot at the end where she like kind of does the whole like. But I always figured like, well, the mummy's either gonna be like, because I remember, I'm pretty sure the original one. I saw it once when I was a little kid, and I have not seen it since, admittedly so. But if memory serves, it was basically just a mummy. It was more like a zombie. Yeah, it played more on like the horror aspect. The horror was just basically like it was this undead thing that happened to be, someone from ancient Egypt, and also he was a man. I thought it was interesting that they made the mummy a. I keep on saying the money. Tom Cruise is in it, so the mummy is gonna make the money. But I thought it was cool they made it.
A female.
Yeah, female character, which in a lot of ways I think makes it scary. But I was like, okay, well, if they're not going to go the whole basically zombie route, they should make it okay where she's basically like a sorceress. She has powers, so they can play it up that way. Because otherwise, she's just going to be rolling around in bandages, and it's like I don't know if you guys ever seen that old movie Monster Squad, where they had all the classic Universal monsters together. I think it was like and the mummy was just literally just that, just a mummy. So once you get over the initial shock factor, it's like kind of the most point.
What do you do?
Exactly. You had Frankenstein's monster, you had the Wolfman, you had Dracula, you had the Gill Man, which is the creature in the Black Lagoon, and then you just had the mummy, which was literally just shuffling along. And I'm like, why did Dracula bring back the mummy? But you think of the mummy's the oldest one of them all because it would be like ancient Egyptian, so she is like thousands of years old. So it's kind of interesting that they're starting with her, but it makes sense because I know a lot of people were like, why are they starting off with the mummy? You know, wouldn't you start off with Dracula? I think a lot of people
maybe they're trying to, not go with the stereotype.
But again, it's one of those things too, where I think vampires have become vampires. But I don't know. I think it's also too they just did Dracula Untold recently, which I know it didn't do so hot, and a lot of people were wondering or actually thought that was going to be the first one in that series, but it's not. So this is technically the first in the cinematic universe. So I'm curious, but I heard too that they're gonna not be like superheroes, but they're gonna team up to like kind of like superheroes. So I'm just like, okay, well,
unless they're gonna team up to terrorize people,
maybe. Well, that's what I would rather do. I would rather have like an anti-Avengers thing, but I heard they're gonna be more superhero. So I'm like, okay, well,
that's just odd.
Yeah, these monsters. Frankenstein's monster is always kind of the more sympathetic one, I guess. But these guys have never really been heroic. So I'm like, well. What is happening where you need to rely on like a werewolf? We keeping you up? It's late. Once again, like the Kong trailer, they're like, we're dropping it on this day, and it drops late at night, of course. I'm just glad I was still awake for this one.
I know.
I'd have to get roused out of bed. But yeah, what'd you think of it though?
I like it. I still like the Brendan Fraser movie. I used to have the biggest crush on him. But no, like, it definitely looks cool. I'm honestly more intrigued because I'm like, why would she choose... because obviously she must have caused the plane to crash with the bats or whatever, but why would she choose to keep Tom Cruise alive? Obviously that's within her powers, apparently.
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. It's like, this trailer is actually a good... But see, they're calling it a trailer, but this feels like a teaser to me.
Yeah.
Whereas the Guardians of the Galaxy teaser we reviewed before this was really long and in depth and involved, and that felt like a trailer to me. But they called that a teaser. Lot more,
whereas this, it showed.
It gave you the money shots.
Yeah, it showed you the one long scene, kind of basically, of how she gets there. But other than that, you really don't even see much of her. I love the eye thing though. I think she looks really cool overall. Like, I'm wondering if she's gonna... change,
maybe, physically.
Yeah, like, I wonder if it's gonna... Because I think in the Brendan Fraser one, it's been a long time since I watched it. But I think he started off where he's kind of like all mummy-like, and obviously he eventually became
like a man, yeah. Which I was wondering when I saw, her, I was wondering...
Honestly, she's gonna be terrifying as fuck if they do that with her.
Well, yeah, but again, I like how this film is... it was cool that they basically had him start off as a corpse in the Brendan Fraser one, but the problem is, the special effects were not...
Well, yeah.
The problem is, I think they jumped the gun. The CGI was not where it needed to be at the time.
Yeah.
But that's the problem is too that the movie was just so comical. Like, there really was no horror element, and like,
well, yeah,
this.
Kind of funny.
I know this isn't. It's gonna probably be kind of like action horror.
Yeah.
But this still feels like there's an element of like terror to it. Like she looks scary. She's not like some super hot, ancient Egyptian chick.
She's kind of hot.
No, well, the actress who plays her is hot. She is not hot in this movie, and good because she's supposed to be nightmare fuel, and I'm glad. So. I don't know, I'm glad that this trailer didn't just I'm glad that it really just kind of showed you the beauty shots. I know it's supposed to basically be on front of Rogue One, so I heard, so I'm not surprised it's coming out now. But, yeah, I'm curious to see, more of this movie, and I want to see, how this leads into these other
the
Universal monsters. Because essentially, this is the Iron Man of these Universal monsters. But like Iron Man, everyone thought Iron Man was an odd choice, because prior to the movie... he was known in the comic, but he wasn't like this major.
Yeah.
There were bigger
Well, 'cause
superheroes
everyone
than him.
would think, oh, Dracula, he's a vampire, so naturally he'd be the leader.
But Dracula's always been Dracula. Even outside of vampire mythology, Dracula's based on a real person, which I don't know if a lot of you guys know that. Vlad the Impaler, was the real life Dracula. They based the legend on. He's got a lot of clout, both in pop culture and history. So I think a lot of people would defer to him as the leader, unless maybe what they're not doing here is setting up. The first good guy. I know I'm tired too.
I'm sorry.
But maybe she's gonna be the villain because she's got all these big powers. I'm like, what do all these monsters have to team up for? Well, what purpose? And I'm thinking like, well, the Wolfman doesn't have any superpower. He's just a bit werewolf, and Frankenstein's monster. He's strong.
Yeah.
And Dracula, depending on how far they're gonna go with him, he's basically the same thing. He's got super strength, but she's got like legit sorcery powers.
Yeah.
Like she's basically destroying, looks like London, with just on her own. So maybe she's the villain. And what they're doing with this first one is they're setting up the threat. And then, okay, well, how do we stop this supernatural force? Well, you do it with other supernatural forces. And maybe that's what we're going to get, is that the mummy is the bad guy. She's the villain.
Yeah.
So you got to get the Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, and Dracula to team up to like take her down.
It'd be interesting.
That'd be interesting, unless again, because right now she doesn't really look very heroic.
Yeah.
And if she is on their team, I'm like, well, what the hell are they fighting?
Yeah.
That's even worse than them. I don't know, but yeah, it looks cool. Again, they didn't really give us much, but I'm more or less excited about the idea of like, Legendary is doing their Kaiju Godzilla cinematic universe, which is for me, and now to have kind of like more ground level monsters too, which is just like, so I'm glad now genres of movies that I really like are getting into the cinematic
lesser
universe.
known genres.
Yeah, and again,
Well, lesser.
I mean, they had crossovers too with the old Universal monsters. This isn't the first time this has happened. So basically, Godzilla and the Universal monsters were doing the cinematic universe long before Marvel. So it's kind of cool to see it happening again. So I don't know. I look forward to another trailer. I'm sure we'll get one in the new year. So
when does this come out next year? I know it says 2017. But...
I believe it's the summer. If I remember, I don't remember when, but I think it might have been July. But I know it's this summer. So that's
it's good time.
I know. 2017 is shaping up to be
a lot of movies.
Yeah, a lot of movies I'm very interested in seeing. So. All right, so what did you guys think? Did you like the Mummy trailer? Did you guys even know they were doing another one? Because I know I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, so I don't think a lot of people know that they're doing this whole cinematic universe. And did you guys know it was a cinematic universe? Or did you think this was like another, did you think it was maybe going to be another Brendan Fraser Mummy movie?
They did make 3 of them.
They did make 3 of them, yeah. But yeah, I know. Let us know what you think. Give us your thoughts, and be sure to check her out at her channel, Rogue Valkyrie. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe here and share this around. Let us know what you think. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Later.